Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, we have more information on the Monster Hunter crossover, new prototype photos of a third-party Tidal Wave, and tons of leaks of upcoming figures. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024, and this is episode 610 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that can now call our hosts superheroes. I'm your host, Jeremy, aka Yakko, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team, Char, aka Robo Apollo.
Hi, everyone.
And featuring Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Up and away. Let's talk Transformers.
All right. So as always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, who are the awesome people that support our show and help us keep the lights on. If you want to join us and become a Donatreon, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. And people that do support us get access to some awesome bonus shows like We Like Big Bots, where Daryl and Dr. Pants go on about big bots that they have in their collections. And I think all the different variations of those figures, and just they love nothing better than to just show off their collections.
It is something that we try to do. Yeah.
You try to.
Yeah. We used to do that. I remember a time in which Dr. Pants and I would talk about our bots, and yeah, those were good times.
And hopefully those times are going to be coming more often. Maybe
We try not to live in the past, Jeremy.
Oh, all right. Well, we have every episode that has been made is out available on our Patreon page, so you can get access to it there. But if you want something that is more frequent, it is Empire of Rust, our Transformers actual play RPG podcast, where Mike and his crew go through it's the IDW universe of Transformers, and they go on adventures there. Season 3 is continuing, and the bonus uncut episode of episode 125, Up the Garbage Chute, Space Boy, is available for Donatreons now. The edited down version is going to be available on October 7th next week at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. So if you want to get it early and get some extra goodies that would have been cut out, that's available for our Donatreons now. And then we still have our Skybound Transformers #1 exclusive covers with cover art by EJ Sue. This is at transmissionspodcast.com/comic. And we will also have some available at TFCon Baltimore. So if you're going to that show, we will have information on how you can get that soon. And seeing that it's a new month now, we have a new code for Toy Hacks. So if you want to save 15% off at toyhacks.com, use code Octobots, and it's going to be used with your Robo points, but cannot be combined with any other discounts or promotions. So Octobots, OCTOBOTS, and save 15% off, and get some stickers to make your figures look fantastic. I think that is... Oh, one more promo thing we have that I don't have a graphic for. Alt mode this week is going to be
Canceled?
No, it's going to be our full spoiler review of Transformers 1. And it's not just the three of us here. We have the B+ team of Charles, Dr. Pants, and Mike. So, Char, you've been upgraded.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, I'm like, wow, I'm on the 18 now.
He's not cool. on the show. I'm the captain now.
Okay, I'll take the upgrade.
So anyway, all six of us are on, and we are we talk full spoilers, everything we like, we don't like about it, and surprisingly, for such a good movie, we found quite a few things to talk about that we weren't quite fans of. So it's a great discussion. It lasts about as long as the movie itself. So check that out on Friday on Alt Mode. And with all of that out of the way, let's talk a little bit of toys with some quick hits.
All right, so starting off, we're going to be talking about the Transformers and Monster Hunters collaboration. So, and this character's name is Leoleus Prime, and we're looking at some color prototype images. And I know that I don't know if everyone's familiar with Monster Hunters, but the whole point is it's a video game franchise. It was first released on PlayStation 2, I believe, and you are a monster hunter. So you go on quests, you kill monsters. Many times you create clothing and armor out of your monsters, and then you also complete quests and things like that. So we're looking at photos of this character, in his robot mode. He's wearing the skin of this dragon, it looks like. This is very on brand at the Monster Hunters brand, where they're like wearing accessories made out of the monsters. And then in his alt mode, he's this lovely dragon, so, or wyvern, Rathalos. So, I think this is really cool. Um, the pre-orders in Japan are going live September 27th, so that's already happened. It's going to retail for about $49.38 US, and in the US it's planned or I guess it's planned to be released on July 26th in 2025. So, yeah, this is really cool. So if you're a Monster Hunters fan, or if you like wyverns, and of course Transformers, get this figure.
Let me get this straight. This thing is a monster hunter that transforms into a monster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
He must hate himself.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
wondering what figure this is based off of, because I mean, with the feet, I'm thinking like Air Razor
Mhm.
from
Mhm.
either Rise of the Beast or Kingdom, or I guess Earth.
But there's nothing else that
Earthworm.
fits that.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, there's an awful lot here that looks original.
Yeah,
It
Mhm.
does.
really does look like an original mold. So I'm
The
pretty
feet
impressed with the
just,
transformation.
yeah, the feet just are, they scream, the Air Razor, but yeah, the rest of it, I'm having a hard time figuring it out.
Yeah, there's also the Beast Wars Silverbolt mold.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But again, it's not similar to the alt mode, the way it kind of
Yeah.
fills it out.
Maybe
So
they just took some engineering bits here and there, and
could have, yeah.
yeah,
But it's very cool. The alt mode is very cool. And
Yeah.
I like how the wings kind of folded down around the waist like a jacket's
yeah,
skirt
Mhm.
kind of thing. I don't know what you call that. Looks like a long coat.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
big trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. All right, next up we have some new prototype images of the Fans Hobby MB21 Armada Tidal Wave, and this is, as you should expect from Fans Hobby, it looks great. Um, I think this is going to be a pretty big figure.
Hmm.
I don't have this page up with the size here, so I'm just gonna go up here. Oh, it doesn't actually say. So it will have two mini cons and moving turrets and jet launchers, and there are comparison pictures down here of the with the other figures that they've done. So he's on par with the combined naval commander and their Armada Megatron figures. So not too big, but yeah, I mean, you want a fun aircraft carrier transformer. This guy's looking really good. The colors look fantastic. I mean, I know it's a prototype, but it seems like they have it locked in what they're going to do. And then we have some pictures down here of the carrier mode, and the mini cons are these little tiny jets. So I think this just looks great. If you're in the Armada camp, and I didn't really enjoy the Armada anime, but the toys were always really fun. Check this out. This looks like a very good version of the Armada Tidal Wave.
And this will combine with the Megatron, right?
Believe so.
It is. It's gonna.
They don't
Yep.
show any pictures of that, I don't believe.
No, the Armada Megatron that they did, which is in one of these comparison pictures, it's going to combine with that.
Yeah. And then we do also have the three different modes here, so I think that's how it also combines, breaking apart.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Fans Hobby is really just like knocking it out of the park right now. Their figures are just massive too. So if you really like just big bots, then Fans Hobby is that third-party company that you really probably should be paying attention to.
And I think the Unicron trilogy era is a good place for them to target, because that's a good market to tap at this point, where they're people that grew up with that as their G1 are making real money at this point. And, it's a great area to focus on.
Right on. Well, last up for today. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna do it a little shorter show because there's only 3 of us, and yeah, we're tired.
We've already
we
recorded
have
the alt mode for Friday.
Yes.
Shh, it's time. Time is irrelevant here. We have new 2025 product info kind of leakage going on here. So this is Age of the Primes stuff that we're looking at here, and we have some figures that are showing up in some item lists. So we're going to go through these. We got a new commander, and this was kind of talked about before, but we're seeing it again. This is Age of the Primes Commander G1 Silverbolt, and that is not Beast Wars Silverbolt. That is G1 Aerial Bot Silverbolt. So it's going to be a commander, and that's going to be a combiner. They've been pushing towards the combiner teams, and now we had Motor Master as a commander, and we're going to have Silverbolt as a commander. So yeah. This is going to be a combiner. Looking forward to that for sure. Next up, we have the next Titan after. I guess it is Tidal Wave that's getting done right now. So the next Titan after Tidal Wave is going to be Star Convoy. They've got him in here as Star Optimus Prime. That's just because the Japanese name of Star Convoy is not known over here.
I think they're phasing out the use of Convoy outside of Japan.
I see. Well, I still know him as Star Convoy, but it looks like an Optimus Prime. That's fine. If you scroll up, Jeremy, you'll have a picture of him there on the title.
I want to see.
That's him there in the middle.
He is.
Space Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he's a Space Optimus. Yeah, he looks very much like an Optimus Prime. In fact, he's not, though. In the fiction, he is not an Optimus Prime. He is Star Convoy, which is I can't remember the fiction around him, but he is not Optimus. Anyway, continuing on with the list of toys, through the fan channel, this is they're going to be releasing G2 Dinobots, which we did hear about before. This story mentions that they're not sure whether these are going to be core class or leaders yet. I think we had heard about leader class G2 Dinobots coming out, but yeah. Anyway, either way, we are getting the core class ones released as Dino King. So if you're into that, great. If you're not, there might be G2 core class ones coming, but I have a feeling we're going to see more of them as leaders.
Could
Anyway,
this also be Studio Series repainted?
yeah, that's what I think they're talking about. Yeah, the leaders, the core, the Dinobots are leaders. So yeah, they're the Studio Series ones. They're the only other Dinobots that have been released are the
Mm.
leader class ones in Studio Series. So
And the
that's
comic
exactly what
book
they're talking about.
Grimlock was basically Studio Series Grimlock too, right?
It was the same figure, yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
make money off of these.
Yep, for sure. Next up is Walmart. So there's a couple Walmart exclusives. They did this before with, we had the Netflix Soundwave. We had Cosmos was a Walmart exclusive. It was through the Speedia. Was it Speedia 500 series? Yeah, I think
Mhm.
so. Anyway, so we're seeing the retro inspired deluxe sea spray, as well as retro inspired deluxe brawn. Now we've recently gotten a brawn in the Studio Series line, but we have not gotten a new sea spray in a while. So if this is a Walmart exclusive, you can bet your ass it's going to be popular like Cosmos. So be on the lookout for that. So that'll be definitely pretty popular. And retro inspired. I don't know what that whole thing has to do with it. Whether it's going to just kind of look like the G1 toy. I assume it's
I think
going to
they've
just
done
be
it
like
before. Didn't they do it with a hot rod?
oh,
Where
maybe
it's
Yeah.
it
like
was
a
just the
classic
G1
box.
toy.
Oh no, they did
Oh,
it with
okay.
the Headmaster ones. I can't remember.
Oh, is
It
that
was
what?
the Titans Return toy in the
Yeah,
retro box.
but they haven't done a new sea spray in a while, so I don't know what that's going to be. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Anything retro, new sea spray. If they do sea spray as a deluxe, which is what it says, I'm up for that. So yeah. And then the last section here is Target. So this is the Target store, and it is Generations. This is so it is their Bullseye line. So Target with their logo is a bullseye. This is Studio Series Voyager, War for Cybertron, Optimus. This is a variant. So and then they have another figure, which is the War for Cybertron Megatron. These are Studio Series, so these are going to be the gamer editions. So I know we've gotten Megatron and Optimus already in the Studio Series, but these are, as it mentions, they're variants. So who knows? Maybe they're battle damaged. Maybe they're a different color. I don't know, but they are going to be different. Same figure, variant. All right, and then there's two more here for Target, and that is again Studio Series. This is DEV.
Devastation, maybe.
Maybe it's Studio Series though.
Gamer Series Devastation.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I mean, honestly, that's just G1. So I mean, but I'll take it.
But you get all the cell shaded everything.
Oh yeah, that's right. They would be cell shaded. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, so Studio Series, whatever it is, deluxe sideswipe, which I'm assuming would be another version of that mold we've gotten a million of already.
Why not?
Just it would be the more square hooded ones. And then the last one is the Studio Series Deluxe Wheeljack. And yeah, so again, seeing that mold that's been around a little bit recently, but yeah, seeing how they would do that in Studio Series and if that is the Devastation line, then I'm kind of into that. That's very cool. The cell shaded would look really, really good.
I mean, and they can just re-release so many of their other recent toys with cell shaded decos.
Yeah, it's
That
true.
looked nice.
Mm-hmm. Any of you guys interested in any of these here? Anything jump out at you?
I mean, I think Star Convoy. Well, wait, Star Optimus Prime. I think is going to be really cool. I want to see these other ones in person. Like if it's cell shaded, like the side swipe, And if it's the same mold that they've been using, it's a really fun mold. So I'd probably get that for sure. And I've been eyeballing the Studio Series gamer versions of Optimus and Megatron anyways. So this might actually push me to buy them. I've been kind of holding off. So
I'm if the War for Cybertron is a Nemesis variant, I'm totally in. I got the original War for Cybertron. I have the Takara release that did a Nemesis Optimus and then a like black Megatron variant, and it looks really cool. And then the Devastation ones I think would be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, they would be. They'd look great. Heavy on the paint, which is just fantastic. And DJ Ronan said in the chat that if you've played the game, you know Devastator's in there. And if we're getting a Studio Series 86 Devastator, they could easily throw that in there as a repaint, just with some cell shading, which would look fantastic. So yeah, I'm into that. I am also kind of pot committed to getting the Generations combiners. So if they're doing a Commander class Silverbolt, I'm kind of in. So that's a little troublesome because these are going to be expensive. I'm also very much interested in the Star Convoy. I really, really like that figure. They did one recently that was like a remold of the Titans Return. I think it was Titans Return. Power of the Primes. I think it was Power of the Primes, Optimus Prime, where it had it was like the where they had the Optimus and the Orion Pax in one figure, and it was the ones that just they're just kind of re-releasing into the stores right now. We just did a story on them recently, but they
I think that was
remolded. It was Titans Return, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, they just they remolded that one into a Star Convoy, and it looked okay. There was nothing wrong with that, but it was definitely through a pre-order system where you had to order it online, and it was a lot more expensive than I think it needed to be. And since I'd already had the figure in the Optimus, it was okay. I wasn't really super excited about it though, but I'm interested to see how this one looks.
I mean, as a Titan,
it'll be big. It'll be big. Yeah. There's a base mode there too, right? Like it's very cool. So I think that's kind of what they're going for with the Titans.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is all of the toy news we got this week. It is not a ton of news, and we just recorded a 2-hour alt mode. So
yeah,
we're a little tired, but looking forward to seeing what those like leaks turn into. But for now, let's get into trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
And Trips to the Store is brought to you by our friends at TeePublic, where we have our storefront. You can get some awesome stuff. I see Shar is wearing her good guy shirt. I'm wearing my bad guy shirt, and Daryl he's wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead.
So you can get any of our stuff or anything on TeePublic at all. Go to transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic, and they're usually having a sale a couple times a month. So try to hit them when they're having a sale, and you can get some great stuff. All right. So trips to the store. I'm going to go first. I'm reaching the tail end of the toys I got from that good score. So a couple of the things I'm going to show off today. We just spoke about an aerial bot. I have I just had this guy's name. Slingshot, I believe. This Slingshot.
Yep.
G1 aerial bot. He is missing his tail. He's missing his gun, but otherwise he's in pretty good condition. The wings are not very loose. They're okay. So
as long as the head's not broken, you're okay.
Yeah, head looks good.
Good.
So So I have to see if I have the tail somewhere, or if it's just something I have to pick up. And then the other thing I wanted to show off was a
Ooh.
figure I'm going to have to complete. G1 Ultra Magnus. He's got one of his missiles, but missing the other. The cab himself. I mean, it's okay. I think I have the small hands somewhere. I'm missing the big hands. But on the trailer, the two little ramp pieces have broken tabs. I do have the big gun, so that's good.
Mhm.
But I
It's
also
the only gun.
well the only gun. I have my original cab from when I was a kid, and I have my original. I don't have it out, but my original trailer. I think I'm going to be able to combine enough to get this most of the way there. This has like the springs are very loose here, or the joints on the shoulders, but I think between the two, my childhood one and this one, I'm gonna be most of the way there with a complete Ultra Magnus. So that's pretty exciting. But that is all I have this week. Char, let's go to you next.
Okay, so I'm only going to show a few things because I actually have a lot of stuff now they've acquired. But I'm going to start off showing my Transformers Generations United Star Raider Filch figure. So I was able to get one from that Walmart restock that happened recently. So she's dark blue and purple, and it's got teal highlights here on her shin and then in her eyes. This is a really fun figure, and this is based off the Air Razor figure. And her alt mode's a crow, which is really cool. So um, it's fun. Like I like the beast figures. I think they're really fun. So I have quite a few birds now between her and Nightshade and Air Razor. So I now have I have a flock of birds. So for Transformers. So which is a lot of fun. Yeah, so I've been on a Transformers 1 kick, I think many of us are, and I have a few figures I've ordered and pre-ordered, but the first one that actually showed up is Alpha Trion. So I've got him here. He's got it's like an energy sword and then like a prod or like a little knife. And those are used in his alt mode for like the horn that's on. I think he's supposed to be a lion. And then that's his tail. But no, it's really cool. The purples are really nice on this in person. The camera is really not picking it up. Not the best designed Transformer figure that I own, but it's a fun one. So, and I'm supporting the movie, so like that. Yeah, and then I just have things that are easy in reach, so I can just grab them. So I got this really cool Transformers 1 cup at the movie theater. It's pretty. And then the other thing I'm going to show today is I got this book, the Transformers 1, the movie novelization. And I stood up until midnight last night reading this because I wanted to be able to give a review versus the movie. And it is not great versus the movie. It doesn't even tell the whole story. So so it ends like before the movie actually ends, and they obviously simplified a lot of it for kids. This is definitely for kids. And to me, what it looks like is they took the script, edited out anything that was like made the movie PG, like any of the swearing, like Badassatron was not in there.
Bad
When
Buttertron?
what?
Was it bad Buttertron or?
Um, I wonder what I think they cut that whole part out. Like, let me see. I actually bookmarked some stuff in here. Um, let me see what he said. Yeah, so they left the part in with Steve. But I think he just says like, "Oh, you can call me B." Like, you don't just I'm looking really quick. I didn't have that one bookmarked. Oh, he says you can call me B, and then they cut out that whole part about Badassatron. Like, it's not even in there. But like there is some stuff that's kind of sweet in there. Like, wait, is this spoilers? Like, can I read spoilers from this or no?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But like, it's like it's what's really nice about it is they do like give some of the characters' thoughts, what they're thinking. So, which is really nice. So I'd say that's a good part. And then there's these really cool character, these photo plates, image plates in the book, that are color plates. And I don't want to show any just in case spoilers, but I showed them in the other show, or I think it was before the other show that we recorded. But there's some good references of everyone's alt modes in it, of the main characters. So yeah, I don't know. Like, so anyways, if this is something, if you want to spoil yourself, you can read this, or if you love the movie so much, you can read this, but it does not finish the whole story.
It's basically the first 2 acts, you said, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it left out so much from the movie, so it's just really, I really wish it was the full movie. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So it's like $5, so it's not like a lot of money. So
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe they'll have another volume, or like another version of the novelization that'll be everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. But that's all I'm going to show tonight, since we've already been talking over 2 hours. So.
Right. All right. Daryl, finish it up. What do you got?
I got a couple comics to start. I've been waiting on my store to get these, and they finally got them in. I don't know if there was a delay, but the originally were supposed to come out like 2 weeks ago. So I got Void Rivals #1. This is the 10th printing of Void Rivals #1. This cover is by EJ Sue. So I wanted to get this one.
One of the best characters in the story, Handroid.
There you go, Handroid, featuring Handroid. And then I got this cover of Void Rivals #1, 10th printing. So another cover of the same book, but this one is it's called a Virgin variant. There's no like writing on it. There's no title, or there's no dress. It's called trade dress. Yeah. So this is just the art, and this is by Daniel Warren Johnson. It features Jetfire and Solea, I think. I can't remember who he's talking to there. Yeah. So anyway, so that's why I picked these up. I really wanted to get these, so my store they fought to get them, and I'm grateful for that. So I don't really like buying like super multiple versions of the same book, especially like when you get into like 10th printings and such. But I did in this case. So anyway, the last thing I wanted to show is more topical for this week, just because I've had no new toys, but I did want to show this thing. This is my box for Star Convoy. I have an original Star Convoy. He's open, but I have him in. I have his box, and so this on the back shows the base mode that I do not have mine in, but it is a base for MicroMasters, and here is my Star Convoy.
Oh, cool.
So this is it's a pretty cool Japanese figure. As I mentioned, he is not Optimus Prime, but he is a cool version of well, he's just a car carrier, really. He comes with one of these little, like, I don't know, vans, space vans. I don't know, cargo containers. He also comes with a very cool MicroMaster. That this is the only way you can get him is with this figure, and I put him inside just for the heck of it. There he is. There.
Aww.
It's Hot Rod. He comes with a Hot Rod MicroMaster, and like I said, there is only one way to get this MicroMaster, and it's by buying Star Convoy. So, yeah, and yeah, so he just fits right inside.
I would bet that the Titan class is going to come with that.
It better, yeah. Even if they reissue the small little core class one that it came with a few
Being
years
a Titan
ago.
class figure, they could probably release a deluxe.
Yeah,
It might be in scale.
This thing is battery operated. It has these little rubber treads on the back of it, and so when it's in, it's like, I mean, it'll do it right now because the treads actually sit lower than the feet. So, but it walks, or it transforms into a truck and it'll drive. So, so yeah, it's a very cool figure. I've always just liked the way that it just the presence it has, but it's a brick. Like, there is, like, from the waist down, there is zero articulation.
Oh.
Like, it does nothing. Like, there is no leg movement. This is one solid piece right here. It has some arm movement, and it moves at the waist, but that's like this thing's a brick. Like, I think like Star Wars action figures or even Action Masters have more articulation than this thing does. It's crazy. So yeah, but I love it. It's awesome. It's huge. It's Japanese. It's exceedingly Japanese. But yeah, very cool and topical for this week.
Yeah. I have to comment that the white on that is so bright. I didn't see any yellowing on there. That's really impressive.
Well, I will admit that I have made this out of 2 Star Convoys.
Okay.
So I did buy one that was wrecked, and this one up here is really, really nice. And then the one that I had down here is not so nice. So I will try and fix this eventually, but yeah, the most part of it is really quite nice. But yeah, it's there. I don't know what happened, but there was the original one that I bought had some really nasty glue on it or something like that, and it was actually damaging the plastic. So I had to get it out. And I had to replace that. So I still actually have that old one. It's right there. You can see it's standing right there. And it, yeah, I need to, I don't know. I'll sell it, but I don't have no use for it anymore.
All right. Well, that is Trips to Store this week. So let's finish up the show with a little feedback.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
All right, we have a couple comments from YouTube on episode 609. The first one is from DMC 2008, who's a longtime listener. He comments that the Studio Series Sentinel Prime is actually a Voyager, but yeah, it looks like a cheap deluxe. I'll withhold judgment until we see in-hand pics, but that does not look like a $35 toy. And
agreed.
Yeah, I think we're all agreeing that it's not the best looking. And then Josh Steele says that Slag and Snarl were released in G2 in 3 different colorways. The red New Age Snarl is released in a G2 colorway. The teal one is Shattered Glass. Sludge and Swoop were the unreleased G2 Dinobots, along with the yellow Tiger Stripe Grimlock repaint. I think you were saying last episode that like Sludge, Swoop, and one other were not released?
No, it was just Sludge and Swoop, because there's 3. There's 3 that were released in G2. But I did see this comment come in, and I wanted to just make mention for Josh is that Slag and Snarl being released in 3 different colors. For originally, I'm assuming he's talking about original G2 from the 90s on that. And that Grimlock is also in that group of being released in 3 different colors. You had the blue, and I grabbed examples because I saw this. So you had the original blue, which is very, very popular. You have the ultra rare, like teal, which I do not have. But then you have the gray, the original Dinobot gray, which was released, which a lot of people forget it actually happened. And I didn't even realize it was like this. I owned this figure for like 15 years and thought it was a G1, and then looked at the side and saw the G2 logo on it. And I was like,
Wow.
that's not supposed to be there. And realized I had a G2. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. So I the G1 that I had forever was actually a G2. So yeah. So
wow.
a lot of people forget that they released the G2s in actual G1 colors as well. So yeah. But that teal, that light blue, Grimlock being like dark blue, there's a light blue teal one out there that is like absurdly rare. So yeah.
I just looked back at the G2 one I have back there, and it is also the dark blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, there was supposed to be, like Josh mentioned in his thing, there's supposed to be a yellow tiger stripe one as well, that they ended up doing recently for selects, and they used the Studio Series mold for that. So yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's cool. I just looked up that G2 Grimlock. It looks really cool. The teal one.
Mm-hmm.
Also very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for having that answer with props. And I think that will do it for this episode of Transmissions. So thanks, Char and Daryl, for coming on. Char, why don't you tell people about where they can find you?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's always fun when I can be invited back on the show. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RoboPaulo. I've been posting a lot of art because I've been inspired by Transformers 1. And I'm also working on some commissions. So if that's something you're interested in, you can find out more info there. And you can also find me on the Transmissions Discord, which is a really fun community where we all talk about Transformers and other hobbies, and that's at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord to join.
Awesome. And then before we go, we also like to shout out our Masterpiece Donatrons, who are the people that support our show at the very highest level. So thank you to John Forks, Loving Good, Demon Tech 82, and Steve C. You guys are amazing. So, another episode of Transmissions in the books. Again, a reminder, if you want our full Transformers 1 review, stay tuned to Alt Mode on Friday, and you will get it from all of the regular hosts and guest hosts. Just it's a full house, and we have a lot of fun there. So we will talk to you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.